Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison and I'm on a little post-work hike here in Joshua Tree, California, and the new moon is upon us, and I wanted to talk about it because I absolutely love following the moon. It has given me so much presence. I want to talk about the basics of a moon cycle in case you're new to following the moon. Also, why do we start with the new moon? What are sort of the energies around the new moon that we should be tuning into during this time of the moon cycle? And lastly, some ritual ideas for you that you can take with you regardless what time of the year and tap into the energy of the new moon. I've been following and working with moon cycles for close to a decade now. I absolutely love to talk about the moon. I think it's perfect to start with what is a normal moon cycle and what are the energies of a normal moon cycle. So that's where we're going to start. So, a moon cycle, you might remember this from like your earth science class. It's a 28-day cycle. There are 4 parts of it. There's the new moon, the waxing moon, the full moon, and the waning moon. And then the waning moon goes back into a new moon. And the new moon, for size reference, is when there's really like no moon in the sky, or that very faint little sliver crescent, and then it waxes, it grows into its fullness, the full moon, and then it wanes and shrinks back down. And so each of those 4 cycles have a distinct energy. So new moon is very connected to the winter season, the darkness, intuition, going inwards. A waxing moon is very connected to springtime energy, to growing. Full moon, the fullness of summer, really bright light, really holding a spotlight, having a lot of energy. Lots of people talk about how they can't sleep really well during a full moon because there's a lot of energy coming at us from the moon on a full moon, and then it starts to wane, and that is connected to the fall energy. And so knowing that in this 28-day cycle we have the opportunity to experience all 4 seasons energetically is really cool, because it gives us 13 opportunities. So there's actually 13 moons a year. So it's not one moon a month. It's every 28 days. So there's a couple times a year where there's 2 moon cycles that happen in the same month. So there's 13 opportunities every single year that you and I can set a new intention, let it grow with the waxing moon. The full moon has its bright focus on it. We really see what needs to be shed and let go of so that we can accomplish that intention that we set in the new moon. And then the waning moon is for us to really root in the lessons that we learned. So for the last almost decade, I've been doing this season by season, cycle by cycle, and have learned so much about myself, but it also gives me so much like connection to the natural world. For a lot of years, I lived in the center of the city of San Diego, and following and staying connected to what the moon was doing allowed me to have a more intentional life and stay rooted in the natural world, which can be hard in the city. So if you're watching this video and you're like, must be nice for you, lady, you live in Joshua Tree, like, I get it. I did not always. So like, I lived in the middle of the city and found so much joy from following the moon. There is a lot more to a moon cycle and what it connects to besides the 4 seasons with its 4 phases, but I would love to make videos on those. So be sure to subscribe because we're going to be chatting a lot about the moon here. With the new moon specifically, we have an opportunity to go inward and to connect with our intuition and set an intention for ourselves for the next 28 days for this moon cycle. No longer do you have to wait for New Year's to set your intention. We get 13 opportunities a year to really root in a specific intention. And the reason why the new moon is the perfect time to do that is because there is more dark in the sky. The darkness allows us to go more inward, to listen to our intuition. The new moon is the bridge from the ending of the last moon cycle to the beginning of the new moon cycle. And so it's the perfect time to reflect on what's been coming up for you. So I want to give you a few ritual ideas that you can do to work with the new moon. If you want to start a moon practice and set some intentional goals in your life and work with what's happening in the natural world to support you as you move through that intention, the moon is the perfect companion to that work. All right, the sun has fully set, and so apologies for the light not being great, but we're talking about the new moon and the darkness anyway, so I think we'll be okay. My favorite thing to do with the new moon is go outside on the first night or two of the new moon and take in the night sky. Look up wherever you are, in the city, in the country, in the desert, in the mountains, whatever. Look up. And while you're doing that, just like be present with yourself and reflect about the past week, the past moon cycle, if you track the moon, or the past month, if you've never done moon cycle tracking. And think about what's been coming up for you in this past week or month. Has there been a lot of like challenge at work? Is there something that's been happening in a specific relationship maybe, or something going on with your health? Like what has felt really present and like a little like challenging or sticky that you want to like work on and make better? And I think about that as I'm looking at the sky. And if the weather's nice, I'll stay outside and journal on it. And if the weather is not so nice and it's a little too cold, I'll go back inside and I'll take out my journal and I'll set an intention for the moon cycle. Maybe that I want to focus on this specific aspect of my health, really dedicate to working in this new way in this relationship, and think to myself, like, what is my part of this? Like, what am I going to do? My responsibility in changing this behavior, in moving my body more, or eating differently, or getting better rest if it's something around your health, or how you're going to show up differently in your relationship if there's something with that. Whatever it is, just reflecting on it and journaling on it and taking some time, but to also know that like what your part is. So I am very intentional about not just thinking that like meditating and like journaling is going to like fix all my problems. It's like, what is my part? And then focusing on it and working with the energies of the natural world, I feel just like supercharges my intentions and my dreams and my desires, because I'm working with what's happening all around me, because we are a part of all of this. We're not separate from it. And so take the time to journal. If you're having a hard time finding something, and you work with oracle cards or tarot, you can ask a deck and pull something, and maybe that'll help spark an idea. So, use your tools. The other thing I love to do is set myself a token for that intention. I typically like to pick a piece of jewelry because I pretty much wear jewelry every day. And I will wear that specific piece of jewelry for that moon cycle. And to me, every time I look at it, I'm reminded of it. Some people like to post it like on the mirror in your bathroom or near your coffee pot or somewhere where you hang out a lot, but I like it like on me and as a reminder. So maybe it's a specific ring, or maybe you put a little crystal in your pocket, and you carry it with you wherever you go during this moon cycle. And it's just this token, a pin that you wear, whatever it is for you. I like having a token that is a reminder for me, because life gets busy. We gotta like go to the grocery store and get to those work meetings and do all the things that we have to do in life. And so like 28 days, when you start working with the moon, you'll realize that like these 13 cycles like spin by fast. And so a part of intentional living is like taking back our time, sinking into the present, and not just letting our lives rush past us. And so I have found that having a little token, like maybe it's what I wear in my second piercing or something like that, really helps me remember my intention. And I will make more videos on how we continue to work with the intention that we set with the new moon during the waxing, full, and waning moon. So be sure to subscribe and follow along. Ask me any questions in the comments down below because, again, I absolutely love to talk about the moon. Thanks for hanging with me as the sun has fully set and the light might not be the greatest, but I really appreciate you hanging around. I hope you have a really great new moon cycle. Bye, everyone.